Hello Kingdom fans and welcome back to the channel. And so it has come to my attention that over the last few weeks there has been a lot of news and a lot of updates about Kingdom. And seeing as how this channel is called All About Kingdom, it is only right that these be discussed. But before we talk about these four topics, I want to take this opportunity to remind you guys that if you enjoy the channel and the videos, feel free to hit that like button down below and click that subscribe button with the notification bell so you can stay up to date on All About Kingdom. And so starting off, we talk about the good news, and that is we now know the release schedule for the official English version of the manga. And in case you didn't know, yes, it's true, we are getting an official English manga, as it was announced on February 7th of this year by Viz Media. Sadly, it's a slow opening though. As far as we know, they plan to release one volume a month instead of in groups or arcs or even all at once, which from a publishing and business perspective I can understand, even if I don't like it. If they made all available at once, I can't imagine how huge the backlog of the orders would be. Some people would have to wait months just to get all their copies they ordered. I mean, personally, I would order all 75 volumes right off the go. Plus, you gotta look at it like you would a TV show. You release a whole season at once, it's big, everyone talks about it, it's in the top charts, it's on the news, it's on advertisements or whatever, I don't know what else, but it then has a steep fall off and nobody ends up talking about it 6 months later. So it's good to draw things out this way. Now I have two big hopes for this release. One being that as the sales of the English version are bound to increase over time after they release, and second, I hope that with these sales increasing, the notoriety of Kingdom in the West increases because it is vastly unknown, or at the very least underappreciated in the West and in Europe now that I think about it. But here's the best part for Yasuhisa Hara. This manga has long been a huge seller, and with over 110 million copies sold, it is one of the biggest sellers of all time. So imagine how big it's going to grow. Hara is going to be rolling in the cash, and I am happy for the man. He absolutely deserves everything. Now on to topic number 2, and that is this new poster released for the 5th Kingdom movie, and it raises some questions that I hope to God will be answered soon, because the choices they could have made based off of this poster could lead to monumental differences in the movies when compared to the manga. Now, you're probably asking yourselves, what am I on about? This man's mad. And well, my answer to that is simple. It is the armor that Shin is wearing in the poster. Now let me explain. As some of you may know, the 4th Kingdom movie ended with the end of the Battle of Beiyu, and of course the next big battle to take place after this, which we all presumed the movie will be based on, is the Wei invasion arc with the Battle of Sanyo. And the only problem with this is that Shin didn't wear armor in that arc, even though he was brought up to the rank of 1000 man commander. So there is a possibility that they are going to be skipping over this arc entirely and heading straight into the coalition arc, which is a absolutely horrible idea. I mean, we get to see for the first time so many characters that are unbelievably critical to the story of Kingdom in a whole. I'm talking about the likes of Wu Sen, the human calculator. I'm talking about Kanki the beheader, not to mention everyone's favorite grandpa, Mogu. And yes, he is critical to the story, I don't care what some people say. Not to mention, we get to see Shin's soon-to-be besties, Wu Han and Mu Ten. And of course, there's the possible GOAT Renpa, who shows Shin what the true strength of a general is. And I know this is less important, but this arc has some really cool and really dark moments I would really love to see in the movie. I ramble on, sorry. But before we start presuming the worst, we have to remember that the movies are known to alter the story in bits and pieces for simpler storytelling reasons. Now, I won't spoil the movies for those who haven't seen them, and if you haven't seen them, you absolutely should. They are awesome. I think they're all on Netflix, so definitely check them out. Anyway, back to the point, the armor. Personally, I think they will do the Wei invasion arc, but they're just giving Shin a new costume change because he's been wearing literally the exact same thing for 4 movies in a row. Either way, it's going to be interesting. Oh, and I forgot to say that the movie is set to release in the summer of of 2026 next year. Now, the third thing isn't anything huge, but it is still semi-important and semi-relevant, I suppose. It's just another teaser for the 6th season of the anime, showing with an image Shin holding General Wuki's glaive. It's just an image, it's not a clip, it's not a scene, it's nothing serious. I care more about the scene than the image. I want to see the scene, and it needs to be done correctly. This is one of those pivotal moments in the whole manga, and I just hope that the director knows the importance of this moment, so he has to do it justice. And also it confirms that the anime is coming out in October of this year. And now the fourth thing, which I don't know if it's good or bad, to be honest with you, so that's why I saved it for last, even though it is definitely the most important. And please know I say this with a heavy heart. In an interview, Yasuhisa Hara has declared that he plans to end the manga in about 5 years' time. Now, we know this was coming, especially with the fall of Han. It's going to be a domino effect. One state's going to fall after another, but the battles are just going to be bigger and bigger. The news doesn't come easy, even though we know it was coming. Now, the article titled Kingdom Manga Ending in 5 Years, Authors Plan for the Finale came out July 16. It then goes on to say the popular historical epic Kingdom is nearing its end. Confirmed by its creator Yasuhisa Hara in a recent statement, fans have long speculated about the conclusion of the series. Hara has finally shared his plans, revealing that Kingdom is expected to wrap up in approximately 5 years. The announcement has sparked a wave of excitement, speculation, and even some nostalgia for a series that has captured the hearts of readers worldwide for over a decade. Yep, 2006, well over a decade. In a heartfelt message, Yasuhisa Hara expressed that he initially thought the manga could be finished by age 50, but now at 50 years old, he feels confident that Kingdom will conclude in 5 more years. The creator has promised that during this time, he will continue to pour his passion into the series, ensuring that if it reaches a satisfying conclusion without compromising on quality. As the story heads towards its final chapters, it's clear that Hara is committed to delivering the long-awaited resolution to the struggles of the Warring States period. Now, it goes into a direct quote from Hara. Hara says, "People often ask me, when will Kingdom end? Every year I find myself saying 5 more years. When I was 45, I thought I could finish by 50, but here we are, LOL. That said, right now, I really do feel like I can finish in 5 more years. 5 years equals 20 more volumes. That means 20 volumes left. Maybe volume 96. And we're on what right now? Are we on 75 or are we on 76? I think we're on 76, but we could be coming close to 77. Anyway, Hara also goes on to say, these next 5 years will bring big changes to the world of Kingdom. During that time, I promise not to cut corners and will carefully and passionately create something that satisfies. Even as I enter my 50s, I'll do my best while slowing down. Please continue to support Kingdom going forward." The article returns to saying, fans of Kingdom can now expect this series to run through an additional 20 volumes, possibility that the end could come around volume 96. While the idea of the manga coming to a close is bittersweet for many fans, myself included I might add, the fact that Hara is aiming to finish the story in a timely and deliberate way has created anticipation for what's to come. With major plot lines still unfolding, the next 5 years promises to be filled with monumental shifts, character development, and dramatic battles that will shape the fate of the characters we followed for so long. Now, I know nobody wants to see or hear this news, but we can all agree Hara has already done so much for us over the years, and we are so grateful for the work that he has put in, and he deserves to finish the story as he sees fit. My only wish though is we see Shin truly become the greatest general in all of China and then visit Hyo's grave. As shown in this fan art image here, if this was the last panel, I genuinely think I would cry, and I've never cried to any manga, but this ending would bring things full circle in my opinion. What do you guys think? I would love to hear what your guys' version of the final chapter should be, would be, can be, any way you want to put it. And so, Kingdom fans, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I really want to hear all your thoughts on the news updates. I imagine we all have different opinions on what we want to see at the end of the manga and in the movies. And before you leave, remember to smash that like button and subscribe down below to stay up to date on the channel.